Hi guys, it's Georgia here, and today I'm going to do a video on improving your self-esteem. Now, self-esteem, I'm talking about self-confidence. I'm talking about what you think of yourself and the way you see yourself, essentially. Now, I think everybody that I've spoken to, whether they've got mental health issues or not, has experienced having a low self-esteem at times. When you don't think anything of yourself, you think you're not worth anything, you think, oh, I'm a failure, I've done nothing right, I'm a waste of space, I'm not important, all of those sort of really negative thoughts. That's low self-esteem, and it's extremely common, which is why I've decided to do a video on it. So I have four main tips really. I will probably do another video on this in the future because it's a very wide, big topic and there's loads of different things that you can do. But these are the top four that I've got for now. So the first one is use positive, encouraging statements. So you can tell yourself, these are things that you can tell yourself over and over again, and kind of ties into my second tip. You can even write them down and put them up around the house, you will see them then. You will see them all the time. You'll be constantly reminded of them, and after a while you can't help but take them in and start to believe them. Because if, for example, those of you who've experienced childhood abuse may have been told, or bullying or anything like that, would have been told, oh, you're stupid, you're worthless, you don't matter, I hate you, anything like that, and after a while you internalise it and you start to feel it and believe it because you've been told it so many times. The way of combating that is by telling yourself positive things, such as, I've been through worse so I can get through this, which is one that one of my close friends has said to me recently actually, and it really does help. I can ride this wave of emotion, it will not overwhelm me, is another one I've thought about, because at the end of the day, as much as, and I feel like a little bit of a hypocrite saying this, but as much as emotions can be intense and overwhelming and unbearable at times, they will eventually pass. The famous quote, "This too shall pass," it is true. It will pass. It will pass eventually. You may feel awful and it may take weeks, or sometimes with me it can take months, but it will pass. There is an end to it. It will pass. It cannot keep going forever. So you've got to, and I might watch this video back myself to tell myself that a fair few times, but you can get past the wave of emotion. And the more you tell yourself that, the more you will believe it, and the higher chance of it actually happening. Another one is, I'm doing psychology at the moment, as you're aware, and I've been given homework from the past 2 sessions to create a positive statement and repeat it to myself in between the sessions. My one from 2 weeks ago was, I'm still trying, or I'm still fighting, which I am. It's true. My head can't argue with that because that is fact. The fact I'm standing here today doing this video, the fact that I'm still going, is proof that I am still trying. The fact that I am not giving in to the urges, I am fighting them off, I am dealing with them, shows that I am still trying. So my head can't argue with that as much as it wants to. It's fact, it's there in front of me, there's evidence for it, so it can't argue with it. The other statement I came up with last week is, I am not alone in this, which is also fact. I can see it right there. I have people around me, I have friends, I have the mental health team, I have people around me. I am not alone in this. And saying it aloud, saying it in your head, writing it down. Again, my good friend has drawn written them out really nicely and drawn some pictures that I've now got on my wall over there, saying I'm still trying and I'm not alone in this. So again, seeing it, it's a constant positive reminder which helps you feel better about yourself. So that's tip 1 and tip 2 really. Tip 2 goes a little bit further and says, if you're struggling to think of positive things, go online and find positive quotes, print them out, stick them up on your wall, or draw them out yourself, because if you draw them out, it's adding a bit more personal touch. It'll get it stuck in your head a bit more. But I mean, if you go on Pinterest, Tumblr, Facebook, anywhere, you can guarantee to find some positive quotes, inspiring quotes, quotes that make you feel good or encourage you, spur you on, that sort of thing. So, third tip is if you write down a list of your achievements, and you can do one big list of all the main achievements that you've made in your life up to this point, such as if I was doing one, I have done one in the past, I've achieved up to grade 6 in my flute. I have achieved working towards grade 4 in piano, so I can play grade 4 pieces on the piano. I have been on television, which not a lot of people can say, and I'm still mind blown that actually happened, but I've been on television. I set up this channel and I'm doing YouTube videos. You can do one big list like that of achievements, which will help you realise, actually, I am worth something because I've done this. So I'm not as bad a person as I thought, as my head tells me I am, because I have this to prove it. I've done this. This is who I am. This is what I've achieved. And that it can be really, really helpful. I find it really helpful to do it. Also, taking that a step further, you can do a smaller list of everyday achievements. I know a few people who I've spoken to who do that, and again, they find that it helps. So if you journal anyway, you can add it at the end of your journal, or even if you don't, just sit down at the end of the evening or bedtime or tea time, anything like that. Sit down, write yourself a list. If you set a goal of 5 things, then you have to write down 5 things that you've achieved that day. And even if it's something little as, I got up and had a shower today, I did the washing up today, I went for a walk, I didn't self-harm today, anything like that, put it down as your list of achievements. And again, that the more you do it, the longer you do it, the more frequently you list your achievements, the better you will feel about yourself, because you can see, I've actually done something. And it gives that negative voice in your head a lot less power over you, and that's what it's all about essentially, is you saying, no, I'm not going to listen to that, I'm not going to believe what you're saying, because I know that actually that's not true. And it's finding the evidence, and you can show yourself the evidence and learn, just like you learnt and you were told and internalised, I'm not good enough, you can learn, actually, yes you are, and you can teach yourself that. I mean, it's not a quick fix. This isn't something that you're going to say this and then boom, you're never going to feel rubbish again. That's not what it's about. It's about reteaching yourself that you are worth something. So that was 3. Number 4, again, and final one really, is trying to be kind to yourself. So if, for example, you make a mistake, try not to go, oh, I shouldn't have done that, that's really bad, I'm no good because I did this, or guilt with me is quite a big issue. So it's, for example, oh, I upset this person, that means I'm a bad person and I don't deserve this and I'm worthless and I deserve to suffer because I'm a bad person, and all that sort of negative thing spins from that. So one of the most helpful ways that I've found to not beat myself up about a mistake I've made is to think, okay, well, if my friend or loved one or anyone had done the same thing or was in the same situation as me, what would I say to them? Would I tell them, oh, you're a bad person, you're worthless because you didn't do this or because you behaved like this and it upset someone? No, of course you wouldn't. Generally, you're not going to. If they're a mate, you're not going to turn around and say, yeah, actually, you're a crap friend, you're useless, worthless, etc., etc. You're going to turn around and you're going to say something supportive. You're going to say, don't worry, mistakes happen, you can move on. Or you're going to say, you know, we can do this together, you shouldn't feel bad because of this and this and this, and they give you positives and they give you support and they're kind to you. And again, if you force yourself to think, well, what would I say to a friend, you then have to relate that to you. So, well, if you would say that to a friend, then why are you not saying it to yourself? What makes you any different from your mate? Why do you deserve to feel rubbish but they don't? And I almost give that logical, positive side of your head a bit more oomph, Because, again, giving yourself more support and backing yourself up and saying, actually, yeah, that's a very good point. I don't deserve to feel any less worthwhile than my mate. Because, and you can write reasons down. You write down the reasons why you actually aren't that different from Joe Bloggs, because they've got achievements, they've got bad sides, everybody has. So why should you make yourself suffer? Why don't you be nice to yourself for a change? Most of you have probably grown up or experienced the nastier side of the world around us. So why continue that? Be nice to yourself, because you're worth it. And I mean that. And you can watch that back however many times you like. You are worth it. Everybody on this earth is worth something. You're important, you are loved, and you need to keep going and keep trying, because eventually we will all make it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope this video has been helpful. Let me know, give me some feedback. I always look forward to hearing from you. And also, can you let me know what you would like me to do my next video on, please? Looking for ideas. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.